Starting on pole for the round of Rockingham is Fear Sports' James Shelley, as he will lead the field to the green flag. He obtains an excellent start from the zone as he holds his ground off turns 1 and 2. However, as he approaches turns 3 and 4, the story of the day runs into the marbles. Shelley, of course, growing overzealous on the high line at the end of the very first lap, would nearly pin it into the outside wall, allowing Corey Williams to lead the first lap. By lap 5, Samet Özkan would pinch Williams up the high side and take the lead from him. By the end of the lap, however, Cody Lamas would do the exact same thing, followed by Will Lewis as he leads. Entering turns 3 and 4 on the following lap, Lewis would pinch him up the high side and take the lead for himself. It's certainly been a while since Lewis has led a race in the Stock Car Series, ever since he transitioned from touring cars several years back. By lap 9, John Arndt would steal the lead from Lewis with ease, as he leads up to about lap 12, when James Richardson would pinch Arndt up the track and take the lead for himself. He would lead the lap, and perhaps the next, however, he slides into the marbles on 4, allowing Lewis to once again reclaim the race lead. John Arndt, a few laps later, would reclaim the lead from Lewis after having slid into the marbles. Arndt would lead up to lap 20, when teammate Alex Benyako would spray rain on his parade, as he passes Arndt with ease after turn 2. Benyako, however, slides into the marbles off of turn 4, a rookie mistake, allowing Arndt to once again reclaim the lead. Benyako would take the lead 3 laps later, knowing that he has the 51 of Rob Evans to deal with shortly. Arndt takes the lead off on lap 25 off turn 2, but now has some really slow, annoying black car to deal with. However, Evans was kind enough to let the top fork go after turn 4, as he'll continue to lock some laps in. Coming to lap 28, Will Lewis, Hannah Allen, and TJ Martin would kick off the first cycle of green flag pit stops a lap sooner than the leaders. A rather risky strategy that could effectively pay off if there would be a caution afterwards. Meanwhile, we would have a collision entering turn 3 as Alesheva Stollarts and Vance Caldwell would put each other into the outside wall. Either Stollart was trying to brake check him, or Caldwell was just simply not paying attention whatsoever. We're on board with Vance Caldwell. Let's see how he reacts to Stollart slowing down in turn 3. Yeah, I'd say that Caldwell was simply not paying attention to 81. Perhaps one of the biggest pieces of brain fade that I've ever seen out of the 99. Immediately afterward, everyone else would pit with the exception of Alex Benyako, James Richardson, Rob Evans, who's a lap down, Cody Lamas, Alesheva Stollarts, Jonathan Wong, Anthony Marcosi, Vance Caldwell, Max Sludger, and Patrick Smith. Caldwell would pit on lap 31, leading a lap in this race. Will Lewis would be the big victor out of the pit cycle with a near 2-second lead. Clearly, pitting early was his best choice. However, that could negatively affect him in the long run if he isn't careful with his tires. Lap 38, and now Lewis's lead has been shrunk to a few car lengths between himself and second place John Arndt. This is what I was talking about. Oh, crash! That's third place car, Blaze McKinney. Upside down, McKinney rolling down the back straightaway on the bottom of the racing surface. Caution is out for the first time today as Blaze McKinney is destroyed. As the leaders took the yellow, Jake Rogers and Eric Monaco weren't exactly happy with each other at all for some reason, as Monaco dumps the 15 right in front of himself and Arndt, nearly taking the 88 out as both cars spin into the outside wall. Now, what was that all about? Anyway, let's have a look again at Blaze McKinney first, as he was minding his own business in third as a wild cow Keith appears. Keith turned down into the 12, causing him to bounce off the outside wall, flipping the 12. Now, Keith was running a lap down, and he had absolutely no business in doing that to the leaders, as, not surprised, was promptly called it a hauler after the race. McKinney would climb out of the car okay, but he was certainly not at all happy with the 36. Monaco and Rogers were also called the hauler for their incidents. Looking at their incidents again, I just don't understand why both drivers would wreck themselves when they're lapped down under yellow. I'm not sure what transpired between the two to have caused this incident in the first place. Nevertheless, they're once again being called to the hauler for their respective incidents. The entire field would pit under pit road. Will Lewis would benefit from that as he would lead the field back to the restart on lap 43. Lewis having to deal with the lapped car of Alex Sander Rowe and Vance Caldwell. Oh boy, Lewis with himself in a bind with Rowe and Caldwell. And they somehow don't wreck it off a 4, but that does allow Alex Benyaka to take advantage Lewis' problem is he leads off of 4 coming to lap 45. Lewis would then rain down on his parade by retaking the lead on lap 46. Benyako, however, is not done with him yet, as Lewis loses the lead once more with the help of Hannah Allen, Benyako's teammate. The 92 would fall back to 3rd with his teammate James Shelley in tow. Shelley then would get by Benyako off of 4 to lead the race with Lewis trailing behind. Shelley, having struggled a lot in the Sunny Cup Series in the past, is trying to, in a way, recover himself from his previous experiences. So far, Shelley with Fierce Sport has definitely been a great investment, especially when he's running that well up the front. Benyako then would lead off of 4 a lap later. One of the biggest highlights throughout this race is the ongoing war between CM Racing and Fierce Sport for the race lead. Well, 2 of the 3 Fierce Sport cars, the South Pole was trying to make his way up the front. Anyway, it's been a battle between Alex Benyako, John Arndt, Hannah Allen, Will Lewis, and James Shelley. Arndt leads off 4 as he leads the field to lap 53. Arndt been very dominant throughout the course of the day, as well as Lewis, who is back in 5th place. Shelley up to 3rd. Lewis trying to get around the rookie Hannah Allen for 4th on the inside entering. And the big strategy game here is to hold off the very quick Dodge Challengers there. But Shelley is coming quickly. And thinking about diving to the inside, entering 1 and 2. Takes the middle, it goes. Wise choice by Alex Benyako to defend the lead. Definitely shouldn't underestimate a young gun on the grid, that's for sure. We're entering 3 and 4. Is Shelley gonna pinch him up high? Yes, he's gonna pinch him ever so slightly, but it won't be enough for Shelley to lead. It'll be enough for him to get down to the inside line once more, as Arndt takes 3rd from Lewis and Hannah Allen looks to take 4th from him. Shelley's gonna get the lead off of turns 1 and 2. That middle line has been very powerful today. John Arndt is gonna try to do something about Shelley leading this race. It seems that in Clean Air, the leaders like to run into the marbles, but since they're settling into the long run, it's starting to become more of a one-lane track for the race leaders, it seems. Unless they're forced into a mistake up high off of 3 and 4. It can also happen to 1 and 2, but here comes Benyako again to the inside. The CM cars have been very quick here throughout the course of this weekend. I think most of them have qualified into the top 10. As Benyako, once again, steals the lead from James Shelley. He's going to fall all the way back to 4th and maybe 5th. And Arndt starting to slide high a bit. That's going to be worrisome for him as Lewis is closing in on the 88s as they enter 3 once more. An excellent battle for war for the race lead, it seems, between CM and Fierce Sport. Arndt leads him off on lap 59. And now Will Lewis is going to attempt to challenge John Arndt. John Arndt is a little less experienced, far less experienced than Will Lewis has behind the wheel, it seems. Lewis has been around for a very long time, and he certainly hasn't lost his touch yet either. But it looks like he's going to try and pick a spot to attack at the 88. And Lewis has not changed since he left the series into Great Britain. He's certainly proven himself worthy of driving over there. I think he came close to winning a touring car championship, but I digress. But it seems like the leaders are going to remain as they are, as Arndt will continue to lead the pack here at Rockingham. Here's rookie Sean Angel running about 14th place, maybe down to 15th place. Angel earlier on was making his way up the pack, almost up into the top 10 until he used up his tires in the long run. Certainly a rookie mistake from the Canadian stock car driver. And wow, those marbles really don't help him out, as a 94 of Nick Salmon would get around him, and here comes Caldwell and Kyle Bashelia to overtake him on the inside as well. So Angel had better hope for a more green flag pit stops by the end of the stint, or otherwise he's gonna keep going backwards on the grid. So it seems like a tough break for Sean Angel, but he's certainly done a great job of keeping that car clean, that's for sure. Eric Monaco in lap 62 is really starting to annoy the race leaders, as he is very, very slow. out in the racetrack. Of course, he's already in trouble with the officials. He doesn't need to get into some more trouble than he already has, because he nearly gets taken out by the 65. And he turns 1 and 2. And Alex Benyaka looks like he's going to get the short end of the stick here by getting held up by the 96. Well, he would have obviously dove down his inside entering 3. As James Richardson's going to close in on him and perhaps try to attack him for position. In what I believe is the 5th position, as a matter of fact. Separate for Benyako, he was on such a great roll so far today, and now his race has been hampered down a little bit by lap traffic. As the war of CM versus Sphere Sport has died down, John Arm, being the decisive winner, seems to have a better long-run setup than Will Lewis has. It's in lap 71 of 98. We are getting down to what I believe is 28 laps to go in this race, and it looks like Arndt is going to come down pit road this time, as, oh, the 51 has hit the wall off of 4. That's a little embarrassing. Richardson in 3rd, much to my surprise. Shelley out to 4th. And Benyako dropped back to 5th, unfortunately. Matters would get worse, however, for Alex Benyako. Watch as he enters pit road. Right into the frame here. He's running about 5th place. Jake Rogers was in pit road when he's having a little bit of a contact between the 48. And Rogers out of pit road. Contact again between the 4 and oh, hard hit for the 15. And oh my! That's a couple of the crew members that were just ran over by Jake Rogers. Oh dear. I'm not sure what the 15 was thinking at all. That was completely and utterly unnecessary. And the officials, they're contemplating disqualifying the 15 from the results. That was really unsafe. There's a couple of crew members down there, not seriously injured, but that was... I mean, this is not a bowling alley, for the love of God, Jake. Seth Cole wasn't as lucky as he gets into a bit of a scrap with Aiden Shepard. As he tries to pull in pit road, he stalls it entering in. And this is a huge heartbreak for the 07 team, as they were going to get effectively a top 10 finish out of that. And now all his efforts are for naught, thanks to the collision between himself and Aiden Shepard, as he will lose several laps trying to get the car refired back up. Hannah Allen, having pitted sooner than John Arm and Will Lewis, has inherited the lead, but for how long is the question. Now, if Allen were to have held off John Arm, this will be a huge upset for the Hardee's National Series, if not the series overall, including Sony Cup Series. I think the biggest upset since Amber Cope having won a Super Speedway race in the past. Arndt, however, not willing to let it happen, despite this potentially going to be a 1-2 finish. Hannah Allen will have to surrender. Sir John Arndt in the 88. Arndt has been dominant all race, hoping that the 0 would hold up the 92. Exiting turn 3 and 4, as he will lead. Race coming to 22 laps to go. We'd have our next caution, as Rob Evans was not very happy with the 39 Danny Olson as he continues to hit him, put him in the outside wall, entering turn 3. I'm not sure what that was about. Oh no, not down the track, please. Oh, and that's gonna collect the 2 Richardson to Max involved. Matt DeLeo is having such a great run as well. Oh dear, this is a mess. Oh, and they had seen the 94 of Nick Salmon get involved as well. Now, what in God's name was that? Look at this again. Now I have no idea what in God's name the 51 is thinking. He's several laps down, and he had no business from wrecking people like that. I'm not sure what came over him, as he basically took out 3 of the lead lap cars out of the race. And several teams were simply not tapping 51. Oh boy, there's a brawl in pit road. Red flag is out immediately. The 39, 96, 5, 2, and 17 teams are all going after the 51's pit area. Oh, that's not good. Well, that's... That's not good at all. It would take about 30 minutes to clear the track and a piece of pit crews. The officials had done everything they could to separate the brawls. There were a couple of injuries on pit road with the 51 crew, it seems. as all parties involved were called to the hauler. And I would certainly expect the 51 team getting some sort of hefty penalty after the race. Wouldn't surprise me if this official suspended him. Idiots. Anyway, we go back to green with 15 to go as Arndt leads the way as Will Lewis wisely takes the inside line. Arndt gets held up by Corey Williams off of turn 4, however, as Lewis is going to go by the 88 for the lead once more. Lewis will lead off of turn 2 with 13 to go. The 92 with an expanded lead after having passed Corey Williams with 11 laps to go. Jack Porkins and Jason Whitewood have a very close call off of turn 2. They're going to hook each other contacts. Pinch each other to the inside wall. Thankfully, nothing came of that. Oh boy! Oh, that was close. 71 to TJ Martin wisely got onto the brakes as soon as he saw the 95 come back up the track. While Martin, on the other hand, is probably going to have Porkins pay for his dry cleaning bill after the race. Final caution of the day would be with 10 laps to go. Carly McDowell and Cal Busceglia make contacts, collecting Patrick Smith in a 65 as they go around. Oliver McDaniels in a 10 would also be collected in this wreck. Looking at this again, it looks like the 70 just barely came up into the 86, and 86 nowhere to go gets into the front 65 of Patrick Smith. Almost going upside down. 69 would get collected as well. But very briefly it seems, 69 would get away, but the 10 of McDaniels was not as fortunate, however, as he too would get involved in this accident. I mean, I can more so pin it on McDowell for being a little ignorant of her surroundings, but no harm, no foul there. As now our biggest concern will be leading up to fuel strategy. Who will be saving up their fuel for the rest of the race? Coming to 5 laps to go now, as Bo Lewis will lead the field back to the green flag. The top 3 have no lap traffic to do it. And, oh wow, Lewis just caught the 88 of John Arndt sleeping. Arndt's gonna have serious trouble now. We're trying to close it on Lewis, and I'm not sure if he has enough fuel to last him the rest of the way, it seems. Exiting turns 3 and 4, as Corey Williams is trying to get his lap back towards the end of the race. You know, he's 23rd place, about... he's a lap down, no business in racing with the leaders, it seems. But he's racing him anyway, which, bizarre reason, I don't know why. Kind of weird to think that. So coming close to around 3 laps to go. Let's see who has enough fuel to finish the race. Seems like Seth Cole has the best tires out of everyone. Not for now. And 3 to go now for Lewis. He's worried about conserving fuel. He's tried flushing it under yellow, hopefully to save enough for the race. Arndt did not. So we're going to have to see how Arndt runs it. Oh, Corey Williams almost dumping the 88. 4-2 to go. That was worrisome there. That could have been a big wreck as McDowell, or I'm sorry, Hannah Allen and Sean Angel have ran out of fuel coming to 2 to go. And that's going to put them a lap down at the very least. That's very unfortunate for them. They thought they had saved enough fuel to finish the race, but that does not appear to be the case. Kyle Busceglia, the same applies to him. As John Arndt, Alex Vignaco, Anthony Marquesi, Cody Lamas, Carly McDowell, I got it right this time, Garrett Sidner, Jake Rogers, and Max Ludger. All down pit road coming to the white. Will Lewis still leading the race. Battling with Corey Williams. He's going to wisely let the 14 go to get his lap back. But it doesn't matter anymore. Off of turn number 4, Will Lewis saves enough fuel to win the round of Rockingham. After what was a very hectic final 5 laps of the race on fuel, Lewis will eke out the win. As second will go to TJ Martin for fortunately saving enough fuel. Jack Porkins, who nearly wrecked it earlier on before 10 to go, will finish in 3rd. 4th is James Shelley, an excellent run for him, though we wish he would have been further up the front. 5th is Jake West, excuse me. As 6th place is Jonathan Long out of nowhere, and 7th is Salmon Özkan, who was at the front early on, but fell apart in the long run. 8th place will go to Aiden Shepard. An excellent run for him despite the little pit road incident with Seth Cole. Jack Halleck in 9th. Fitzwater Australia Racing, fantastic run for them. In 10th place will be Caleb Farrell. 11th, It's Tyler Collins in a 9. He's been rather quiet all race. Oliver McDaniels, despite having been involved in the last incident, will finish in 12th. 13th is Corey Williams, the final car on the lead lap, I believe. John Arndt will be 14th. No, also the final car on the lead lap. 15th was Alex Bignacco. 16th was Anthony Marcosi. 17th was Cody Lamas. 18th was McDowell. 19th went to the 29 of Max Ludger. Great run for him. And top 20 will be the 61 of Garrett Sidner.